I'm Jerry Brown of Jerry Brown PR and I'm an eco-advisor. I committed journalism for 20 years and I've been practicing PR for longer than that. And one of my goals is to keep practicing until I get it right. A lot of us struggle with telling our story, and one of the common mistakes people make is that they want to tell too much. We always kind of think people aren't hearing me, so if I can just make one more point, if I can just say one more thing, everybody will get it, and suddenly they'll start buying what I'm selling or whatever. The reality is that most of us, most of the time, need to make one less point because we're trying to cram too much information into our story. It needs to be short, it needs to be simple, it needs to be clear. I'm an eco-advisor, and in that role, my job, if you want to take advantage of it, is to help you figure out how to tell your story effectively. And basically, that means getting it heard, it means getting it understood, and it means getting it remembered. And when I say getting it heard, it doesn't do any good to tell your story if, first of all, you don't know who you want to talk to or how to get your story in front of that audience. So it's a part of a PR strategy and communication strategy. Getting it understood really means that once you've gotten our attention, you have to make sure that your story is clear enough and simple enough that we will understand what it is you're saying. If we have to think too hard or work too hard at understanding your message, we probably won't pay attention to it. And then finally, getting it remembered. Once I've heard your story, even if I understand it, unless there's a reason why I care, I'm not going to remember it. As a journalist, I was supposed to answer the questions of who, what, where, when, and why. I think there's an even more important question, and it's, so what? Why will your audience care? So as an advisor, that's my job, or that's my role within ECO. I've written a lot of articles that are posted on the ECO site in the reference library. I would invite you to read those. I hope that you find something of value there. And if you need help telling your story, because I know you've got a story to tell. We all have stories to tell. If you need help telling your story, then we certainly can chat about that as well. I think the value of ECO, and if you look at Linda Hughes's video elsewhere on this site, is that it's a community. This is a place where we can talk to one another, we can learn from one another, and we can help just be supportive or provide advice, or maybe sometimes it's just moral support.